Hello everyone. Today we will move to our next module, that is third module, single phase transformer. Okay, it is a one part of that first part. So single phase transformer. Let's discuss about this single phase transformer. Let's start with the definition. Okay, so this definition says that a transformer is a static device. Okay, why we are saying specifying it as a static device means it not has any moving part. Okay, or you can say it is a static machine also. Okay, which transfers energy from one level to another level. Remember, transformer is transfers the energy. Okay, transformer is transfers the energy from one level to another level. Remember, without changing any frequency, as well as power remains same in this. Okay, this is why these two are the main important key points for us to discuss about the next topic. Okay, I repeat once, transformer is a static device, or you can say it is a static machine which transfers the energy from one level to another level without changing any frequency and without changing any power. Okay, next we will move to uh, necessity of transformer. Okay, so since transformer, as we know that why we are using it. Okay, most important thing is it has alternating voltage can be raised or lowered. Okay, it means increased or decreased. This is the main intention to be used. Okay, and another one, this is one, and another one is its frequency is not changing. Okay, and power remains the same. These three are the most important thing. Voltage can be increased or decreased, and remember, even current can be increased or decreased. Okay, and then frequency will remains the same, and power also remains same. These four main points for using this means to use this transformer. Okay, let's discuss this. How about this all things? First thing is alternating voltage means AC voltage can be raised or lowered as per the requirements in different stages of electrical systems. Okay, as we have discussed, you can use it for a high voltage means increase the voltage, decrease the voltage, increase the current, decrease the current, and so on. Okay, and why we have to do such means why we have to do so. High voltage where we require, low voltage where we require. Okay, means meaning of this one is why we need to increase this voltage when we need to decrease the voltage. Why? Because in a transmission system it is necessary to step up the voltage to transmit the energy. Okay, so for a transmission line and all, we require very high voltage to transmit. Why we need so and so on, we can discuss in higher educations. Okay, so just to remember, we are going to use this high level voltage for step up voltage in transmission system. Okay, in a transmission system. And in a distribution means we all end users, or you can say consumers. Okay, so here we are going to use the step down voltages. Okay, there we are going to use the step down transformer. All right, so we'll discuss what you mean by step up and what you mean by step down transformers later. Okay, and then as we have discussed, power remains same, as well as the frequency also remains same. Okay, and the next is, as we have discussed, the transformer is used to decrease the voltage or increase the voltage as per the requirement. Sorry, it should be increased or decreased voltage as per the requirement. Okay, even it is true for current as well. Okay, as we have said, let's move to a next topic, that is the principle and operation of transformer. Remember, transformer works on the principle of mutual induction. Okay, mutual induction, right? What do you mean by this? It means when two coils are inductively coupled. Okay, when two coils are inductively coupled, you can observe here, two coils are inductively coupled. Meaning of this one is, take a conductor, and on that you do a windings. Okay, two electromagnetic windings now. Okay, so now we have two coils. Okay, so among these two coils, if any one coil is supplied by the voltage, that is AC source supplied by the first one. Okay, say suppose this is the first coil, and it is the second coil. if you have given a voltage to a first coil and a current I1 starts flowing through this, right? Current I1 starts flowing through this winding, and then this turns, then it starts producing a flux. Okay, it starts producing a flux, means electromagnetic field. Okay, field is going to be produced. Remember, this coil is nearer to that, right? This coil, second coil, is nearer to that. So whatever flux is produced or field is produced, this is going to be linked with this conductor. Okay, flux produced or electric field produced by, sorry, magnetic field is produced by a first coil is going to link with second coil. Okay, due to linkage of that field to this coil, there will be a induced EMF in the second coil. Based on this principle itself, this transformer is going to work. Okay, so let's see the transformer. Basic diagram of this transformer is this one as shown. Okay, observe, it consists of a first core. Okay, magnetic core is called as magnetic core, and then it consists of two coils. First coil is at this side and second coil is at this side. Okay, remember, so to wind this coil which we have connected, if you have connected it to this source, okay, so then this winding is called as primary winding. Okay, and the second one is, if the winding is connected to among these two winding, okay, or any among these two coils, if one coil is connected to voltage source, then you can say it is a primary winding. Okay, and then second, if other coil is connected to load side, okay, if connected to load side, then it is called as secondary winding. Okay, it is called as secondary winding. And then remember, first primary winding and the secondary winding consist of first let's take a primary winding. Primary winding consists of n1 number of turns. Okay, n1 number of turns, and then secondary winding consists of n2 number of turns. Okay, and common between these two is in this core with a red line, dotted line which you have shown, is a flux is moving. Okay, flux moving, right? This is a AC source. Suppose if we have connected a supply to this primary winding, then current I1 flows. If and due to that, V2 induced voltage, V2 induced voltage will be produced at the secondary side. I2 is called as a secondary current. Okay, N2 is secondary turns, N1 is primary turns, I1 is the primary current, V1 is the primary voltage. Okay, 5 flux, right? This is measured in Webers. Okay, let's see what we have explained now. It is written here. Transformer consists of two inductive coils. Okay, transformer consists of two inductive coils which are electrically separated by linked through a common magnetic circuit. Okay, that is a core, right? One of the coil is connected at a AC source is called as primary winding. The other coil is connected to load side, that is your secondary winding. Okay, and the next, the primary winding has n1 number of turns, secondary winding has n2 number of turns. Okay, how it is going to work? Observe here. When a primary winding is excited by an AC source or AC voltage source, current starts flowing through that coil, means first coil, and produced an electrical alternating flux which is going to complete its path through the core, that is which we have shown in dotted lines. Thus an alternating flux links with a secondary winding according to Faraday's laws, and there will be induced EMF, okay, in the secondary. Okay, so let's see how it is going to work. We'll repeat this one with a circuit diagram. Okay, it means this transformer diagram. When AC supply is given to the primary winding, current I1 starts flowing through this. Okay, due to current flows through this coil, there will be magnetic flux which will be flowing here. Okay, that is shown here with the dotted lines. A single line we have shown, but it is not like that. It will be huge electric field like this. Okay, this is some of the flux lines. Okay, some of the flux lines are going to linked with this conductor, means this winding, secondary winding. Due to this winding, means this electric field, flux, and this winding, there will be induced EMF in the secondary. Due to that, current I2 is going to flow, which is connected to load side. Okay, this is how your transformer works, right? And next, represent this by symbolically or electrical circuit. If you say it is your voltage source, okay, and this is your N1, this is your N2, right? This is your N1 and this is your N2 primary. This is a primary side and it is a secondary side. So which we have shown in between is called as a core. Represent this. Representation is very important. If you draw like this, there is no meaning. So until you mention double line in between those two, which we have shown here, just observe, right, like this. And then where you can represent, you can define where V1 is the primary voltage, okay, I1 is the primary current, N1 is the number of turns on the primary, similarly N2 is the number of turns on the secondary, I2 is the secondary current, V2 is the induced EMF in the secondary side. Okay, this is a primary and it is secondary. Okay, I hope you have got a basic idea about transformer. Let's continue in next class. Thank you.